Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to talk about how the Matrix is so powerful that it has convinced everyone that working hard is great. That working 10 to 15 hours a day is awesome. And don't get me wrong, guys, there's nothing wrong with working. But if working was so great, why did they go get slaves to do it? If working is so great, why do they want people to work for free if it's so great? If working is so great, why do it make people sick? Why do people hate it? They don't. A lot of people do not want to go to work. If it was such an honorable and noble thing to do, why do people hate it? I'm gonna tell you why. People don't hate working. People hate people. People hate bullies. People hate jerks. People hate cowards. People hate clowns and the idiots they have to work with. And last but not least, people hate being abused and underpaid. See, people always leave out the most important details of working. The environment. The toxic and abusive environment. The sexual harassment. The intimidation. The threats. The bullying. The micromanaging. The passive aggressiveness. The microviolence. The stupidity. The ignorance. The foolish. I can go on and on. That's what people hate. The favoritism. The nepotism. The cronyism. That's what people hate. When you have to deal, what do you do? When you have to deal with the demons you work for in hell. You don't have no choice. You got to get the hell out of there. Guys, I have a few words of advice. If you're going through hell, keep going. You got to keep going. If you're going through hell, don't stop. Keep going. So when they fire you from hell, just thank the Lord and keep it moving, guys. Don't assume that last job is the best one. That is not the last job. There's many of them out there, guys. All of them about the same. All of them are similar. You think you found your dream job, air quotes? Guys, you have to have confidence and believe in yourself. And whatever you have to do, if you have to relocate, move, go to another city or state, to find you something that's more compatible with your spirit, do it. Never stop trying. Because you got psychopaths out there. There are psychopaths out there. That would rather be the king of hell than a servant in heaven. Let me say it again. There are psychopaths out there that would rather be the king of hell than a servant in heaven. See, you don't want to be in that environment. And you have to know in your spirit what's good for you and what's not good for you. Because there are certain environments that will push you over the edge, will take you out of your character, will cause you to lose everything you've worked for. And it is not worth it. Guys, let them run you out of there. Don't fight to try to stay in hell. Let them run you out. Find something else to do. That's why it's so important to have a spirit of continuous learning. Never stop learning. Never stop thinking. Never stop trying to be creative. Because the psychopaths are everywhere. And in America, they just happen to be in suits or in the clergy. They just happen to have on a white coat or a black robe. The psychopaths are everywhere. They're in Europe, they're in China, they're in Russia, they're in Japan, they're in Mexico, they're in South America, they're in Canada. They're everywhere. The psychopaths are everywhere. They just look different. They just look different. Different skin texture, different skin color, different hair, different size. They're in all governments. They're everywhere, guys. And they want to enslave you. That's why you can go to one of the poorest cities in India and somebody's driving a $500,000 Lamborghini down a rat, dirt, garbage-filled street with poverty everywhere. Children begging on the streets, in the streets of India. Starving. And some psychopath would drive right in the middle of hell in a Lamborghini. That's how they are, guys. It's the same way in the United States. See, psychopaths don't have no problem with living in hell. They don't have no problem of being the king of hell. And that's the problem with the human species. We have no empathy or shame when it comes to someone else misery. Like when I see somebody down and out, struggling, barely making it, I may not be able to help them, but I damn sure feel terrible that they're in that position. It breaks my heart to see them in that position. But I know I can't help everybody, because everybody don't want to be saved. Words of wisdom. I know how crazy it sounds. I know that sounds crazy as hell. I know it does. But everybody don't want to be saved. You know why? Because they don't think they can. They think it's too late, they can't be saved. So they'll rather wallow in their psychotic delusion than to try to do better. Because they've been beat down for so long. That they'd rather stay down. Because they feel it's too painful to try to get back up. Because every time they've tried to get back up in the past, Some psychopath knocked them back down. Some judicial system knocked them back down. Another psychopath robbed them and stole all their stuff while they was homeless. So now they're on drugs. They've lost all hope. Guys, the psychopaths are everywhere. It's hard to identify them in the United States because they wear suits. And they wear clergy collars. And they wear Boy Scout uniforms. And they wear dresses. And they wear white lab coats. It's hard to identify them. That's what makes the United States so dangerous. And not just the United States. Other parts of the world. But I live in the United States. And I know they're hard to identify. That's why when you see them, and you see the things they've been charged with, some of the things they do, you can't believe it. Like, what? I can't believe he killed his 2 children. Yes, he did. In the most barbaric way. She beat her daughter to death? Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She did it. They found 7 bodies in his basement? Yes, they did. Yes. And he was married with children? Yes, no one knew. He raped his own daughter? Yes, he did. Yep, he was a pharmacy tech, and he raped his own daughter several times. Yep. That's the problem. So guys, you don't want to work in those environments. Once you see the pattern of a psychopath, you got to get away from them. Because psychopaths would rather be the king of heaven, the king of hell, than a servant in heaven. So once you get fired from hell, just thank the Lord. Get your life together, get your mind together, make the necessary sacrifices to make better decisions, better choices. Stay out of these toxic relationships with these men and women. I think that's one of our number one problems. We think we have to be with somebody. We have to be in a relationship when you don't even have your shit together. Let them fire you. Because they want you to work for free anyway. As long as you was doing your job, you was coming to work on time, you wasn't being insubordinate, you was doing what you was supposed to be doing, there's nothing you can do about it. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. If you're in tune with the universe, if you align with the universe and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you have to trust the process. You got to trust the universe. If you believe in God, you got to trust God. But too many people claim they believe in God. They claim they trust the universe, but they don't, because they are scared to death of losing anything. They're scared to death of losing a relationship. Scared to death of losing their job. They're scared. They're afraid. They'll take any vaccine shot. They'll drink any type of Kool-Aid. They'll drink it. They'll drink anything. Any kind of concoction that the Matrix mix up for them, they'll drink it. Guys, you do not want to subject yourself to a hellish work environment. Upgrade your life. Upgrade your mindset. Increase your value, increase your worth. But always be prepared by making the necessary sacrifice and minimizing your burdens in your life. Live light so you can live life. Don't overburden yourself with a whole bunch of matrix crap. I went to this older lady house. a couple of weeks ago. I was making an Instacart delivery. This lady's house was packed full of junk. She was a hoarder. Had 3 dogs. The dogs were cool. And the house really didn't smell that bad. So I could tell that somebody had been around kind of helping her. But it was packed. And this woman bought like $200 worth of groceries, and there was nowhere to put it. Her freezer was packed. You couldn't even put a sheet of paper in her freezer. It was packed. And she's still buying stuff because she's sick. And that's how the Matrix wants you. The Matrix wants you to overindulge, especially in America. It wants you to overindulge in everything. Overindulge in sex, overindulge in food, overindulge in entertainment, overindulge in shopping, overindulge in smoking, everything, anything that can destroy you, it wants you to overindulge in it. It really not even that, anything. Because there's some things that are good for you that you can indulge in, but it wants you to overindulge in everything. I don't know why they lady bought all that stuff. She didn't have nowhere to put it. And she had a back injury, so she had problems. It was sad, She was a nice lady. But I'm just saying, that's how the Matrix wants you. It wants you to live your life in fear. So guys, the purpose of this message is for you to live in fear. Do not be afraid of letting the Matrix fire you from hell. If your job is cool. But your job don't care nothing about you. Just because a job is cool don't mean that they will keep you when it's time for you to go. You could have just bought a new car or a new house, and they will fire you the same day. You can tell your manager, supervisor, I'm about to buy a house tomorrow, and they could have known the day before that you was about to get fired, and they won't even tell you. Like, listen, I wouldn't do it if I was you, because I heard through the grapevine they about to let some people go. They won't even tell you that. They'll let you close and everything, and then 2 days later fire you. The same person the same manager that was smiling in your face, came to your birthday party, exchanged gifts with you, won't even tell you. They'll fire you and let you go. So guys, that's the end of this video, guys. Guys, try to maintain a light life. LITE. LIFE. Keep your body light. Don't be overweight. Keep your mind right. Keep your mind light. Don't overindulge. Keep your life light. Guys, let me tell you something. The less you eat, the better off you're going to be. Because the more you eat, eating food ages you. Because your body got to continuously digest and process food all day. And that ages you. So the less you eat, the more you fast, the better off you're going to be. And that's just the truth. So practice intermittent fasting. You don't have to eat and stuff your face all day, every day. Eat light. Okay, guys. Until next time, guys, keep your mind clean, keep your car clean, keep your life clean, keep your house clean, keep your diet clean, guys. Drink plenty of spring water. Spring water. Not no purified water. Drink plenty of spring water from the mountains. Not no crap. Because you have to flush out all the toxins, the poison, the chemicals that's in the food supply. Guys, you are being poisoned. You're being micro-poisoned every day. And since you're operating in your unconscious state, you're unconscious about the decision that you make, you are poisoning your children and your pets also. Because that's garbage, PetSmart, all that garbage. Now, there are some good foods in PetSmart, but your dogs are animals. Now, they have domesticated dogs and effed up the dog's digestive system. So now it's more difficult for dogs to process different kind of bacteria because they're eating a whole bunch of dog food in the bags. Anybody would come and know that dogs come from wolves. They are carnivores. They're eating garbage in from a bag. That is garbage. It's poison. And so they're gonna be sick just like you. They're gonna catch cancer and arthritis just like you. They're gonna have dementia, Alzheimer's, just like you. They're gonna be diabetic and have a high cholesterol just like you. They're gonna have the same problem. They're gonna be delusional just like you. Crazy and psychopathic dogs just like you. Because you're feeding the same garbage that you're eating. Just like you. So, what do you do? I mean, come on, guys. You got to wise up. The whole family's going to be sick. You're going to be sick. Your children's going to be sick. And your damn dog's going to be sick. Everybody's going to have the insurance and pet bills and vet bills and all kind of bills. Okay, guys. I'm not going to go on another rant. Anyway. Download and deploy your antivirus software. Debug and unplug from the Matrix. Countryman 777. I'm signing off. Now go and conquer yourself. Peace.